Hey, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Yahweh Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Many blessings and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the house of David, the by after our for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. It's going to be a real quick lesson, just dealing with prophecy watch as always. So this is from Natural News. It says Russia pledges military support to North Korea amid rising tensions. This fits right into Ezekiel 38. Salakia. It fits right in with Ezekiel 38, where Russia is going to be a guard unto them. all these many countries and countries that traditionally don't have the same infrastructure as a Russia or an America. All these things were prophesied to take place, and we're telling you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai that these things were prophesied so that the Lord could so that the Lord's word is infallible, right? The Yahweh's word is infallible. He said that these things were going to happen. He sent his men out to come out and preach, tell you this on the street corners, on the highways and byways, the highways and hedges, right? And for a number of years now, so that this all of the things that are going on right now are all biblically based. In the world, I'm talking world politics, right? Or geopolitics, right? Which some people don't like, but whatever, right? You have to get into it because because this pertains to prophecy. And if you believe on Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, your job mostly contains you looking at prophecy, right? So let's go to Salakia. Let's go to Matthew. Just go with the main, you know what I'm saying? Just go. This is not gonna be a long lesson. We all know the scriptures. I mean, well, we know the scriptures to the, as far as World War III is concerned. But we, when these things come up, we still have to speak on it, right? This is Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. See that ye be not troubled." So don't be troubled when you see these things. When you see the tensions arising, as it's talking about in this article. It's designed to keep you comfortable. I mean, not comfortable. No, that's the wrong word. It's designed to keep you at ease, right? As far as what's going on. You're not going to be bugging out like the rest of the world, right? The rest of the world is like, oh my God, World War III. You, on the other hand, those of you that truly believe on Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai totally understands that World War III is our freeing moment. That's when we need World War III. We need this to happen so that this world will devolve into nothing but wars, and then they'll destroy each other and then destroy Babylon completely, and then we'll go into the kingdom, right? We need tensions like this to happen. We need these things to happen. We're not telling it to slow down. We wanted to speed up, right? Matthew 24:6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled." So don't be troubled by these things, right? "For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." So they have to come to pass. And remember, this is red letter. That's why I went and got the blue letter, right? Let's get that word troubled anyway. Why not? Yep. 3-0. Oh, I can't see it yet.
Strong's G 2360.
It says to cry aloud, make a noise by outcry. In the New Testament, to trouble, frighten. It says be troubled in mind, to be frightened, alarmed, right? So the Lord is saying, do not be alarmed, right? Yahweh Shai's, right? This is Yahweh Shai's words. He says, do not be alarmed. These things have to come to pass. So this is how we're going to get free, guys. People are wondering, like, why are we pushing this? You're bringing fear mongering. No. What we're doing is we're reminding. This is the good news. We're evangelists, right? That's what evangelists do, right? They go and preach the good news. This is good news. Now, for the rest of the world, no, it's not good news, right? For the rest of the world, it's destruction coming upon you, right? That's why I love this scripture right here in Revelation 12:12. For the rest of the world, no, it's not good news for you. For us, it's good news, but for you, it's not good news, right? We're at the bottom right now. right? We're at the bottom right now, but it's not the first laugh we're seeking. We're seeking the last one, right? This is Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, all right, and ye that dwell in them. So we're rejoicing because we're in the heavens. Our mindset is in the heavens. We're not worried about here in this world. Fuck this world. Yo, don't go out and vote. We're telling you, don't vote. What are you voting for? That's wrong. You're complete. First and foremost, you're sinning against the Lord. The Lord didn't tell you to go vote for another nation, right? To have someone else rule over you. That's not of your nation. That's going off. The Lord frowns upon that. What Jake gonna do, we gonna do. And the Lord's gonna do what he's gonna do, right? He gonna punish you, right? It says, Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, right? So of the sea, talking about the sea of people, right? Those of you that are in this earth trying to make yourself something in this world, right? And forsake Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai on the way to making yourself something in this world, you're going to have a rude awakening. Remember, it's not the first laugh we're seeking the last one. Right? This is Revelation 12:12 again. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you with great wrath, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. He understands his time is creeping ever so closely. He sees the chariots forming in the heavens. He sees this. He can't do anything about it, but he sees it. He's getting nervous. He's getting fraught. Now the prophets are here cursing his ass out on the earth. The Lord has this whole thing covered, man. Right? He's got his army, right? On land, he's got his air force, right? Right outside. Okay, and he got the sea, right? Which that's where the Leviathan is. Right? The Leviathan is gonna make a very, very important introduction into the chat. The Lord's gonna say, release the Kraken. He's gonna release the Kraken. And you devils are finished, man. You're done. There's no escape. There ain't no escape. You're going into slavery. There ain't no escape. You will be rounded up like you did us. You will be rounded up. Okay, you'll be taken to the land, right? Because once we clear that land of Israel, right, we got to get that rat invasion, that rat infestation out of there, right? But once we clear that land, right, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna set up shop. And forever and ever and ever, Yahweh Shai will be the king of this earth, and everyone will be under his rule, including you, Mr. So-called white man, woman, and child. You will be under his rule too. And I don't want to hear no shit about, I got personal right. I don't care. You will be beaten into the position you will be, right? This is according to the Bible. You don't believe me? Let's get it, right? These people think we just make this shit up. We don't make this shit up, right? It's not shit anyway, Salakia. It's the truth. We don't make the truth up. It's the truth. Right? Revelation 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. So if you have an ear, and I'm sure you do, right? If you have an ear, understand the speech that's being spoken to you, right? Have Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. These are milk scriptures, but they hit so hard. It hits that spirit of that Edomite, man, especially, and he thinks back to what he's been doing, what he has done to us, and he gets a shiver because he knows justice is coming, right, Jake? Justice is coming, right? The Sky Daddy is on his way, and he's pissed the hell off. Right, Jake? Sky Daddy's gonna come here and he's gonna regulate how his earth has been run. Right? He gave the earth unto the wicked, which is the wicked. Matter of fact, the wicked is talking about the border of wickedness, which is the border of wickedness is Esau, Edom, right? Esau, Edom is the border of wickedness. So when he says, I have given the earth into the hand of the wicked, let's get it. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't like to talk. I didn't want to make this lesson super long. It was about Russia protecting. But you know, this is how we do. You know, the spirit goes where it goes. Let's go to Malachi 1:3. Malachi 1 and 3. It says, and I hated Esau, and this is the Lord saying this, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains, which is his governments, and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, right? So his heritage, listen, he's a very vile creature, right? He does absolutely vile things, heinous things, some would say, right? And he will be judged for that, right? For the dragons of the wilderness. It says, whereas Edom saith, right? And we're in this part, we're going to explain. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, right? So this is during the period, right? Because you got to understand the scriptures are covering, just in a few words, is covering a few hundred years. That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy about the Bible, man. A few words in the scriptures may cover a 200-300 year period. You got to think outside the box when you're talking about the Bible. When you're dealing with the Bible, you got to think outside first and foremost, you got to have the spirit, right? This is Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So this period right here where the Lord is addressing Edom, this was the period between when they went into slavery after the Western Roman Empire, right? When they went into slavery, right, for that 1100 year period, all right, when you go to, matter of fact, let's get it. I don't want to keep doing it. I mean, but this is where the Bible takes us sometimes, right? Let's go into it. Revelation 20 and 1. Revelation 20 and 1, it says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. That bottomless pit was in Europe, right? It says, and he laid hold on the dragon, which is the Roman Empire. Remember, the Roman Empire, when it talks about the dragon, is usually referring to the Roman Empire, right? The first Roman Empire. Now the beast goes into, the beast came out of that dragon. Right, so that dragon, okay, is the impetus for the beast today, which the beast is NATO and EU, right? like the elder Yashawamba said, go and look up an ancient Roman map, and then look at a current European map. It's the same. So the beast is now here off the back of the dragon, which is the ancient Roman Empire, right? But here's the kicker. The ancient Roman Empire is back here today in the form of America, right? This is Revelation 12 and 20 and 2. It says, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, right? Satan from the beginning, from the garden. It says, and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years, right? And cast him into the bottomless pit, which is Europe, okay? Which is the bottomless pit, because it does not have any nutrients. In Europe, I mean, in there, you have to. the soil there is not fertile for growing things or things that you would need to sustain. Right? You would have to go outside, okay, of Europe, which the Lord put him in the bottomless pit. He went outside and started exploring the earth, and that's where colonization came from. Right? This is Revelation 20 and 3. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up, right? For 1,100 years, he was shut the fuck up because he was in slavery. He had no power. He had no rule. He was not the face of any cities, right? It says that he should deceive the nations no more with his lies, because the so-called white man is very well famous for his lies, correct? It says, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled, which they were, right? They were that 1,100 year period when the Moors and Jake were, it was Jake. 2/3 of Jake was ruling the known earth at the time, right? So-called blacks and Latinos, Native Americans were ruling the known earth at that time. Israelites, right? So that's the time period where the so-called white man, woman, and child were encapsulated into slavery, where they had no rights, they had no say, right? But their slavery is nothing compared to the slavery we're dealing with today, right? It says, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that, he should be loosed for a little season. Now, that's where we are today. We're in that little season. We're in that little season. I keep going over this. I mean, because how could you not, right? You got to get the history, right? The history makes more sense, right, when you think about it, right? It says, so now that we understand that we're in the second leg of the Roman Empire, right? The second leg. The first leg was the dragon. The second leg is the beast, with the whore that rides on the beast. The whore being America, right? It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, which they did. They did do that. We're living in that desolate place that they've rebuilt. That desolate place was the Roman Empire. Now is rebuilt again, right? It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. This is from the Lord. He's reacting to Esau building up the desolate places, right? He's reacting to Esau building up, returning and building up the desolate places. So now we're in the time where it's getting ready to be thrown down, right? Malachi 1:4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. The Lord said he will throw down. Okay? It says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. And this is the point that I wanted to get to. This is the border of wickedness. All right, you so-called, now listen, not all people that look like white people are actually Edomites, right? There are some people that look like other nations that may look like a so-called Chinese person that actually their spirit, their seed line goes back to one of the 12 tribes. Those of you that believe on this word that happen to look like a so-called white person, that does not mean you're an Edomite, right? There are some so-called black people that walk around, right, cosplaying, as they say, right? Cosplaying as a so-called black person, but when you go into their spirit, you go into that background and you go deep, you dig enough, you know what I'm saying, and their seed line does not go back to one of the 12 tribes. Could be a goddamn Hamite. Could be a goddamn Edomite. A chocolate-covered Edomite. Okay? Anyway, Malachi 1:4 says, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh have indignation. So this is the border of wickedness. If we understand that to be the border of wickedness, well, we should understand what the Lord is saying right here in Job 9:24. See, this makes Christians uncomfortable. And well, it should. It should make you uncomfortable because you don't know the Bible. 1, 2, the Lord is upset with his people and he's punishing 2/3 of his people. Okay? But he's upset with the rest of this world, led by Esau Edom as well. Esau Edom will get his comeuppance. This is Job 9:24. If the earth, now remember, the border of wickedness is Esau Edom, correct? This is Job 9:24. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Let's read that again. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The wicked. So, if we know that Esau is the border of wickedness, thus saith the Lord, and the Lord also gave the earth into the hand of the wicked, well, what's the correlation would obviously be like, well, obviously, Esau's the wicked, and he's ruling the earth, correct? Now we're on the same page. Now that we understand this, let's get to Ezekiel 35, right? Because the Lord has a Mount Seir is another nickname that the Lord has given unto Esau as well. See, Esau is divided against himself, right? He's got, which those Russians, those are Edomites as well, but they're going to, just like he did with the Romans, right? The Romans came and overtook the Greeks. Those are 2 Edomite tribes, right? The Romans were against the Greeks and they overthrew the Greeks, all right? And the Roman Empire came into power, which we're still under Roman Empire rules now, whether you realize that or not, okay? So Ezekiel 35:1, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me saying, son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it, which we're doing right now. This video and many other videos are telling us, and which that's what we're doing. We're telling you to turn the face to Mount Seir, which is what they call themselves today, so-called white people. You're Mount Seir, right? It says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. So we're set to come prophesy against you and tell you that your kingdom is going to be destroyed. That's a commandment. If I don't do my job, the Lord's going to destroy me and then replace me with someone who will. Thus saith the Bible, right? Verse 3 says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. This is from the Lord. How can you call yourself a Bible believer but omit this? How can you call yourself believing on the Lord but not address the very, very straightforward words and language that he's choosing to use about a whole race of people? Huh? That's what makes you a hypocrite, right? The Lord does not want you to pick and choose. He wants you to teach the whole entire word. He don't want you to, that makes me feel uncomfortable, so I'm not going to teach that. No, nigga. Because that's a commandment, right? It says, keep back. I'm paraphrasing. Keep not back your sword from blood. Meaning, what does that mean? That means every subject that's broached about the Bible and you know it, you better touch on it, or I'm gonna have your ass. Right? That's what the Lord is saying. Right? The Lord doesn't make threats; He makes promises. This is Ezekiel 35:3. It says, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua thy power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. He said he was going to make you most desolate. Didn't he also say in Malachi 1:3 that he was, don't you build up, I will throw down. He said, you fight against the Lord, you idiot. You're going to die. That's what, listen. I know that you think you're going to beat the Lord, but you ain't. I know you think that, but you're not. And this is why we bring articles like this out, so you understand the position that you're in, Mr. So-called white man, woman, and child. I say so-called because a lot of you are Edomites. All right? Some of our people are mixed in with you. That's what Esau hates. Esau's trying to find the ones that are mixed in, but he can't, because their seed line goes back to one of the 12 tribes. He's trying to excommunicate as many as he can, but also his birth rates are going down. So he's doing a delicate dance here. See, Esau's in a tough position. He's in a tough position, right? He can't really, he's trying, listen. That's why the Lord has Esau raising up against Esau. The Russians are Edomites too, right? This is from the article in Natural News. It says Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Andrei Radinko stated on Tuesday, October 15th, that Russia would provide military assistance to North Korea if it comes under attack. And we understand by who. It says, as stipulated in a treaty signed earlier this week, if an act of aggression committed against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, all necessary measures will be taken in accordance with our legislation, right? And that of the DPRK, North Korea, Radinko told Russia's TASS news agency. Well, ain't that interesting, guys? Because South Korea is big allies and they always do war games with America. So if South Korea, let's just say, attacked North Korea, or vice versa, Russia stating quite openly and candidly that they're going to jump in and all options are on the table. That means nuclear, guys. Let's go to Ezekiel 38, right? Because people don't believe us. This is Ezekiel 38:1. It says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog. Now, when you look at an ancient map, okay, from during the Roman Empire, right, or during those times, you would see that the land of Gog and Magog is positioned right where Russia is today. So when you do that research and you realize this, now you understand who the Lord is addressing. It's not literally Gog and Magog, but he said the land of Gog and Magog. So who's in that land? Russia. It says, Son of man, set thy face against Gog in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So we're set to tell you Russians, you're going to do the bidding of Yahweh Shemal Shai. You're going to do what needs to be done. You're going to lead the battle against Babylon the Great. And you're going to overthrow Babylon the Great. Right? And you're going to be overthrown by Yahweh Shai. It says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, thy power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back. Now, what is the Lord saying right here? He's going to turn you back to what? To your old Soviet Union roots. You're going to go back to that old fighting spirit of that Soviet, that cold, okay, I forget what they call it, the Siberian desert, okay, Russian, right? The Spitness, right? It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. So he's going to have you lead. Now, listen, you going to, when you have a rabid dog, right, you want to put hooks into his jaws to control his ass because he's strong. You let his ass loose off that hook, he's going to go crazy, right? It says, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even with a great company of bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And those swords are talking about those nuclear weapons. The BRICS nations are forming, guys, and we all know it. It's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. These things are happening in Babylon. You're on the chopping block, homie. This is verse 5. Persia, which is Iran today. Persia is Iran today, y'all. Does Iran not having a relationship with Russia, the land of Gog and Magog, right? It says Persia, Ethiopia. Ethiopia is a major base for where Russia stores a lot of their weaponry, right? And Libya, right, which, you know, Gaddafi, right? Benghazi, right, Hillary? Anyway, it says, and with them, all of them with shield and helmet, and they're looking to go to war, and they're going to protect their main asset, which is Russia, which protects them, right, from America. Because America is the known bully around the world. Everybody knows that. That's the whore. The whore goes around fucking with everybody, right? But Babylon is on its last legs. It says Gomer and all his bands, which is in the house of Togarmah in the north quarters, talking about Turkey. It says, and all his bands and many people with thee, be thou prepared. This is the Lord telling Russia. He's talking directly to Russia, right? Via the angels. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, right? So the Lord is telling Russia, get your shit in order, right? I'm getting ready to use you in battle, okay? That's what all this is about. This is about the Lord getting the earth in order for what he calls the Armageddon or Harmageddon, right? It says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company, which he's talking about all of the military that's with him, right? Other nations that have joined unto Russia, right? It says, and all thy company that have assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. This is what we're talking about. Russia is a guard unto them. They feel protected, therefore they are speaking out against Babylon's policies, which in the past would have been, you know, idle. You can't say the word, right? It would have been considered unaliving yourself. Let's put it like that, right? To speak out against Babylon and its policies, right? America's policies through the earth would be considered on the world stage as unaliving yourself. Right? Intentionally. Okay? Because Babylon would come after you. But now they have a guard in the form of Russia. Right? Let's read this in Natural News. It says, if any act of aggression is committed against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, all necessary measures will be taken in accordance with our legislation. Now you get what the Bible's saying. You see how we marry these two things together? Nobody else can do that, right? No one else can do what we can do. That's why they call us dangerous, because what we're doing is telling the truth. But the truth is deforming this fucking place, right? In June, Russian President Vladimir Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un signed a strategic partnership pact aimed at bolstering military ties. The treaty includes a mutual defense clause stating that both countries shall immediately provide military and other assistance if one faces armed invasion from other states. Woo! It's starting to hit home now, ain't it? It's starting to hit that sweet spot, right? It's starting to hit that sweet spot. Now you understand what the Lord is saying in Ezekiel 35 now, right? Because he's setting all this up so that Esau is going to have to fight that battle, that last battle. That's what World War III is a dirty word in the Edomite community. World War III is a dirty word because they know that it's over after that. Once you fight that battle, that last battle, that's it. They're trying hard to avoid that, but they can't. Ezekiel 35:4 says, and I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate. He's talking to Mount Seir, which is you Edomites. It says, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. Woo! Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, right? A lot of us in our calamity right now, you're still slaughtering us, Esau. You have not let up off the boot. You still got your fucking boot on our neck, and you're complaining about us preaching about it. You damn devils are done, man, right? It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, right? You still slaughtering us out here, but our iniquity has an end, right? But you're still slaughtering us. So the Lord has a response, right? Verse 6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shah, thy power, I will prepare thee unto blood. He says he's going to prepare you unto blood, Mr. So-called white man, woman, and child. Not just you, but you're the leader. See, we're addressing you because you're the leader. You lead the entire earth. Didn't I just break that down? We're about breaking down the strongholds here, right? So we understand that you are the border of wickedness, according to Malachi 1:3. Right, and 4, but we also understand that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is the border of wickedness, which is you. Right? Don't make us go any further into this. We'll go to Genesis. If you don't believe, we're going to go to Genesis, right? This is Ezekiel 35:6. It says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, thy power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou have not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. Now, what is the Lord saying right here? Well, he's saying that he's going to cut off your whole seed line. He's going to commit genocide against you. The Lord said he's going to commit genocide against the Edomite population. You don't believe me? It's right here. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate. This is what he said. But we're being attacked. And listen, this is written in the Bible. He said he's going to commit genocide against you. It says, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys. Woo! So he's talking about in every government. All the forms of governments that Esau has on the planet Earth, and even Russia, right? Russia's not, look, the Lord said to prophesy against Gog and Magog, right? We're prophesying against you too, Russia. You're going to be going into slavery too. You're an Edomite ran nation. You're going into slavery too. You're not fucking, just because you did the deed that that the Bible says that you would do against Babylon does not mean you're going to go escape, right? It says, and I will fill his mountains, right, which is his top governments like Russia, America, all right, any government that's led by Edomites. That's what the Lord is saying. It says, and in thy valleys, right, even the lowest ones, Jordan, right, right, Saudi Arabia, right? It says, and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. Woo! It says, and I will make thee perpetual desolations. Wow, perpetual. Woo! Let's get that word perpetual. You devils don't know what you fucking with, man. You don't know who you fucking with. Right? The Lord is the Lord is not to be played with, man. Perpetual. Alam. Alam.
Strong's H 5956. Alam. Alam.
It says to conceal, hide, be hidden, be concealed, be secret. It says to be concealed, dissembler, to conceal, hide, to hide oneself. And the Lord says, okay. The Lord says, in Ezekiel 35 and 9, that you will be perpetually, you will be alam, right? You're not going to be hidden, right? Or you will be hidden because your desolation is going to be such where you're not going to have anything left. You will be taken, everything will be taken from you, right? Everything. This is from the Heavenly Father. Ezekiel 35 and 9, it says, and I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return. Woo! America will not return, guys. This is from the Lord. You don't believe me. This is what the Lord said. It says, and thy city shall not return. It says, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh. These devils are nervous. You should be. You should be nervous, right? The Lord is accurate in everything he says, right? Ezekiel 38 and 7, addressing the article again. This is why Russia is making strategic partnerships all around the world with these smaller countries, right? Because the Bible prophesied that that's what they would do, right? Ezekiel 38 and 7, it says, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. And after many days thou shalt be visited in the latter days, or so like in the latter years where we're here today, right? It says, in the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people, which is America, guys. This is the Lord telling Russia, hey, I'm gonna have you go fuck this other country up that I had set up. I'm gonna use you specifically, right? It says, Ezekiel 38 and 8, after many days thou shalt be visited in the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword and is gathered out of many people, which isn't that one of the nicknames of America? All right, the melting pot, well, it's literally going to melt, right? Via intercontinental ballistic missiles. It says, and it's gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, right? And obviously this government and all of the people that's in this land, and that's why you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are at the bottom too, because the nation of Israel is despised by all of the people that are surrounding us in this country. They're all enemies. They're all fucking enemies, right? Yeah, if you're not of one of the 12 tribes of Israel, if your seed line does not go back to one of the 12 tribes, you're an enemy of the Lord. Simple as plain, right? It says, which has been always waste, but is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely all of them. It says that it's like, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. What storm is he talking about? It says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. thou shalt, it's like thou and all thy bands and many people with thee. Yo, listen, the Lord does not make threats, he makes promises. He said he's going to make America desolate. By God, he's going to do it. And he said he was going to do it, and he's doing it, right? Verse 10, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai thy power. It also shall come to pass that at that same time, as you're coming as a cloud and destroying America, there's going to be a thought that comes into your mind. The Bible talks about it. It says, at that same time, shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. I'll let you ride with what you think that evil thought is going to be. Right? Matter of fact, no, we're gonna go ahead and get the scriptures. We're gonna get the scriptures. This is what it's talking about. Isaiah 13:17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. They don't want your fucking money. They want your blood. Don't you understand? You're in the battle for survival, Esau. Right? Verse 18, it says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. What bows are they talking about? The intercontinental ballistic missiles. It says, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Goddamn prank calls and shit, man. The Lord is going to deal with all you weirdos. You East Indians, boy, y'all going to get y'all, boy, hey, the Lord going to split wigs up in that country, bro. Real soon, too. Anyway, verse 19. And Babylon, let's start at 18 again. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, which the babies, the babies that are in the bellies, they're not going to care, right? It says their eyes shall not spare children. They ain't going to give a fuck. They're not going to care. Shoot the missiles on everybody. We got to get that bullshit out of here, right? And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, right? Which America is the glory of kingdoms, right? The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, but wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate places, and the dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged. Her days shall not be prolonged. And Babylon is on his way out. Babylon's on his way out, man. The Lord is using Russia to come up against everyone that's for Babylon staying in the power seat. The rest of the world is tired of America's rulership. So now the Lord is acquiescing to the rest of the world. Well, actually, to his prophecy. The rest of the world is just catching up to it. All right. In the article, it says Ukrainian intelligence claims North Korean soldiers are already on the battlefield. So here we go, guys. Here we go. North Koreans are just entered the chat. This thing's going to get bigger, y'all. We're just waiting for Israel, them Israelis, to go over there and to start fucking with them Iranians. That's what we need. We need Benjamin Netanyahu to go over there and start shooting and blowing up things in Iran. That's what we need. And then we can get World War III kicked off properly. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem HaRakah. Shalom to the elect, and we almost out of here. Keep preaching this word, keep believing. Shalom.